time to pick another team to do in NBA 2K17. Instead of doing MyGM, I'm going to pick my league. There's not really any difference. The only difference is players won't complain about being the 6th man or the 7th man. And on top of that, you don't have to do player meetings. It's just a well-rounded experience, in my opinion. The team I'm going to be selecting is the Orlando Magic. Now, I'm not sure about all of this. Manual. Yeah, I think all of this is good. If the settings aren't good, then oh well, but I think they should be fine just to go right ahead with it. In terms of the draft, patch number 4, I guess I'll do that one. He makes a lot of good ones. Yeah, sure, storylines is good. So, the Orlando Magic, they do not have an NBA title. How do we go look at the team? Front office. There's a way to go to the team. Is there not? Team relocation, scouting, standings, team stats? I don't know. There's a way to look at your team. Oh yeah, league? No, not league. Team records. Is that it? I don't know. There's a way to go to, like, how many playoffs you went to, how many championships. But nonetheless, in this episode, I'm just going to be taking a look at the team we got, just evaluating the roster. Looking at it right off the bat, looking at the overalls, not a great team. Not a great team, but some promising players for sure. So, let's go by position. I think point guard and shooting guard are going to be pretty easy to do. Point guard, we got Payton, Augustin, and Watson. So basically, we got Payton and nobody else. He's got an alright shot. He can't shoot the 3 ball, though. He's got alright defense, pretty good playmaking, alright rebounding, and good physical, good IQ. For 22 years of age, I think I can develop him into quite a nice point guard. So, one thing we do have to get, though, is a backup point guard. That might not be immediate, that might be for off-season, but it's okay to start off the season. A nice 1-2 punch for year 1. Now, for shooting guards, we got Fournier, Meeks, and Hezonja, and then Wilcox. Now, from what I hear, Hezonja is a promising player, B potential. He could turn out to be something decent. Let's take a look at Fournier, though. B for shooting. He's not a good defender. He's an alright playmaker. That's really what he is. He's just a meh player. And 17 million. Holy crap. Are we paying him that over the next couple seasons? 5 years. He is on the trade block right away. Let's go to trade block. I wouldn't say Payton's expendable, but he's not on the trade block. Fournier, I'd say, is on the trade block first and foremost. I think we need to get a better shooting guard for sure, which I have an idea in a little bit I'll get to. For small forwards, we got Rudez and Green. Nobody. Small forward, we got absolutely nobody. That needs to be taken care of almost immediately. Maybe not immediately in terms of the next episode, but in terms of the draft, we have to draft a small forward. Now for the bigs. The best part of the team, power forward, Gordon and Ibaka. Ibaka, he can shoot the 3 ball. I think he should be at least B- from the 3-point line, but A- for mid-range, A- inside defense, perimeter defense, he's even not bad. Rebounding, B-, physical, he's solid. Definitely a solid power forward. And then we got Eric Gordon, who isn't as good of a shooter. He's not as good of a defender. A little bit better playmaker, not as good of a rebounder, better physical, and about the same IQ. They're pretty similar, just Ibaka's further along in development. Gordon does have B+ potential, so we could get him up to a 79. Easy. Then for centers, we got Zimmerman, Biyombo, and Vujicic. Really strong center core. Biyombo should be around 76 overall. I don't know why he's so low. Zimmerman actually has B- potential as well, but the good thing about Biyombo, A- defense, A- rebounding, a little bit of IQ. That's really all we need him for. We don't need him for scoring, especially with Vujicic. They're pretty much opposite, right? Vujicic doesn't have the best defense, but he has scoring. A- inside, even a B+ mid-range. Rebounding still an A though. He does have better playmaking. Like I said, a very nice 1-2 punch down the middle. Well, not down the middle, on center. I really like that center court with Vujacic and Biyombo. A lot, I do. Probably my favorite position on the team right now. Power forward, I'm pretty happy. It's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward. I wouldn't say either of these guys are on untouchable. No one's untouchable. I'd say nobody is untouchable. In terms of prospects, we got Zimmerman, and that is about it. And Hanzonia, I suppose. So, in terms of what we need going forward, we need a better backup point guard. We need to figure out shooting guard. We need to figure it out. Preferably just scratch what we got and start over. We need a new starting and backup shooting guard. We need, same with power forward, except very much so more. At least we got competent shooting guards. We need small forward for sure. And then the front court is pretty solid. I don't see us messing with that too much. So, the team's decent. It's a decent team. We should get a top 10 pick in the draft, which will be nice. Hopefully a small forward. But the big hole is shooting. The top three-pointer is Fournier, who's going to be starting. A couple good depth guys, but nobody who can shoot the ball, really. Nobody above B+. One guy I was thinking of going after is, on the Warriors, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson. A+, A, and B+, A perimeter defense, C inside. He's an all-round stud. He would be an amazing guy to pick up. But you know how the game works. It is tough to get high guys. When you get to about 87 and higher is when it becomes nearly impossible to trade for them. Let me just throw something out though. I'm not gonna offer it, but I'm just going to throw a suggestion out. So they need a rim protector, right? They need a big man. Now, I wouldn't want to give away Biyombo. I really like him, I really do. 17 million's a lot to pay him, but I do feel that what he adds to the team is greatly appreciated. But if it has to, I mean, yeah, he's only 1 star. God, that's not going to do anything. I guess we might have to give up Vujacic, but he's more of a scoring type centerman. They would want a perimeter, but he's only 1.5 star as well. Holy crap, do we have nobody who has a lot of trade value? What the hell? We have a first round pick who we could give up, but that's only 2 star as well. Ibaka maybe? Maybe Gordon? Which one would I rather hold on to? Do I think I could get Gordon to Ibaka's level? I do think so, and we'd have to give him up anyways. We gotta make the cap fit. If we kept Vujacic, if we gave up Ibaka and maybe Zimmerman, Ibaka, why won't this go through? Too many players, damn it. What if we take like a McAdoo, Thompson for a first round pick, Ibaka and Zimmerman, and then they'd give up McAdoo? That probably wouldn't even go through either. Is there anybody else I could give up besides Zimmerman? Meeks? Oh no, what position do they need? They really need... They're pretty good on everything. Is there anything they could use a little bit more depth on? Really, shooting guard. They do if they're giving up Thompson, I could see us having to give back a shooting guard. Fournier! What if we gave up Fournier as well? We're giving up a lot here for sure. What if we did Ibaka, Fournier, and that's a lot to give up. I'd want to keep this year's pick. What if we give up next year's? Next year's with like a top 5 protected. Why won't this go through right now? We'd have to take on $8 million. Could we take on Iguodala? He's 1.5 star. So, Iguodala for Fournier, and then Thompson for Ibaka, and a first-round pick? That could work. I'd love to get Iguodala as well. He's a great small forward. That would also help us out in the small forward position. So we'd be getting a small forward, a competent small forward, an all-star shooting guard. We'd be giving up a first-round pick from next year, Fournier and Ibaka. They're really getting that rim protection. I still feel like that's not going through. It's just not. With Klay Thompson, we'd have to give up a bigger piece. Like, I'd say Biyombo, but he's only 1 star. It doesn't add that much value. Maybe Eric Gordon instead of Ibaka. That might be what would have to go through. But yeah, see, now we're getting into the salary cap problem. This might be a blockbuster trade here. Holy crap. What if we give up Henzoya? He's 2 star. What if we give up Henzoya and we get somebody back, like, I don't know, JaVale McGee? We can make highlights for Shaqtin' a Fool. Could that work out, perhaps? We're giving up another shooting guard, which is fine if we're getting Thompson. Do they have another small forward? No, they just have Durant now. Yeah, we'd have to take somebody who's down here, like a McGee. We really would. I'm not taking Virgil. Fuck that. What about Livingston? Would that go through? I wouldn't mind Livingston. That would be the backup point guard. Wow, this... Okay, we know what we're getting. A backup point guard, a competent starting or backup, just a competent small forward, and then the all-star shooting guard. What they're getting is a bit of big men in Ibaka. They're getting 2 shooting guards to make up for Thompson. They're getting a lot of depth here, I'd say, and a first-round pick. They still wouldn't do that deal. I mean, 1 star for, Henzoya for Livingston. So basically, Henzoya and Ibaka, I'd say, for Livingston and Iguodala easily. And then, yeah, I don't know, this might not go through. We'd probably have to add another first-round pick. A second-round pick from this year, unprotected. I still feel like they need more rim protection. What do we have for inside defense? Do we have anybody to get Biyombo? I'd like to keep him if possible. I don't know. What is Ibaka's inside defense here? What are his grades? Post defense is an A-, very good. So they could put him at center. His secondary position is center. They could pluck him there. I'm going to offer this trade just to see if it would go through. What do they say? Yeah, they're saying no to that. We'd have to give up another first-round pick at least. I mean, this year pick, another top 5 protected. That probably won't even go through. No, that's not going through. We'd have to give up somebody like Eric Gordon. We would have to give up somebody like Eric Gordon. At that point, we're going to have to get another person back to make up for that cap. Oh my god, this is getting out of hand quickly. They really have nobody else to send our way either. I mean, if we get Pachulia back, I don't even think that would go through. It sucks. It sucks that you can't trade for a guy like Klay Thompson, even though the trade value 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 for 1.5, 1, 1, and 4. That really sucks. I don't know. I was hoping I could maybe make a deal go through for Klay Thompson. I mean, we might have to squeak out a 3-man deal if we want that to go through, but at that point, you're really just playing with fire. I mean, if we get the Kings involved, move Cousins to the Warriors, I mean, I don't even know what we'd give back now, right? Fournier to the Warriors, I suppose. And then, yeah, now they're taking on too much cap. This is a tough trade to make go through. A tough trade for sure. I don't know. I don't think we can do too much at the start of the season. I think we just have to wait till the deadline. But we do have Fournier to give away, 2.5 star. We could probably find a good trade for him. Maybe trade him away for a prospect and a first-round draft pick to the right team. Let me know if you have any suggestions. We do have multiple gaps, but the backup point guard can easily be done in the offseason. We don't have to make a move for shooting guard just yet. Small forward, again, we can wait till the draft and offseason. Front court should hold us down pretty good. Pretty good for the season. We shouldn't finish like bottom 3, but I think we will finish like a bottom 6 to 7 in the league. It's going to be an interesting season. I have no idea what kind of moves I'm going to be making the next episode, if I'm going to make any moves at all. But that is a team. That's my kind of initial evaluation and thoughts on the team. Let me know what you think. Should I make any moves? Who should I go for? Let me know. I do think, though, we have to get that #1 scorer on the team. If we can somehow manage to keep Vujacic, Biombo, and one of Ibaka and Gordon and still get that guy would be great. I mean, we could do if we went all in on the right shooting guard, we could give up somebody like a deal like Zimmerman. We could give up Fournier. And then, depending on the team, right, we could maybe give up a Gordon or Ibaka, whichever guy fits the team better. If it's a contender, Ibaka. If it's more of a hopeful team, Gordon. And then maybe even a first-round pick protected, right? Next year's pick, top 5 protected to get the right guy. I don't know who we'd go for. I really have no... I was thinking of Thompson coming into the video. Nobody in the league really pops out so far. That's what I'm saying. Maybe wait till the draft. Maybe trade Fournier for a first-round pick on draft day. Maybe. Because maybe we can draft a small forward and a shooting guard in the same draft. In terms of the guys in the front court, we have to win with the front court, I feel. 26, 24, 27, 21. We have a few years to get the team rolling, to get the wheels going. By the time these guys are around 29, if we can trade Ibaka, then we got Vujacic at 26, and he can be the main guy to build around. 79, he's not really a guy to build around, but the main guy to kind of focus on, right? 26 years old. By the time he gets to around 29 is when we should make that push for the title, or at least starting to contend, at the very least. And 3 years would be enough time to start developing those prospects we pick up in year 1, along with some good depth in free agency, right? A lot of moves to be made. That's where I stand on the team. A very interesting team. Peyton as well. I think he is a really underrated guy on the team. Even for me, I'm not giving him the credit he deserves. 22 years old. 4 years to develop him into a great guy. Eric Gordon as well. I could get him up to around 79, 80 easily as well. At 21 years old, B+ potential, he could become a great all-round guy. We really have... even Biombo. I can spend the next 2 years developing his offensive game to get his overall to go up. If I want Gordon to be more defensive-minded or offensively-minded, I can make him either or. I'm great at developing guys. Let me know how I should develop certain guys, and I'll do it. Thank you guys for watching so much. I'll catch you in the next episode.